Hello and welcome to Ulid Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, and so our card tonight is the Four of Discs, and this is from the Mother Peace Tarot deck. And this is a bonus reading, so that's why I'm not using the Thoth deck like I usually do. But when I do the bonus readings, I like to try out some of the other beautiful decks that I have. And what else? If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. I'm just trying to tap the water off here so it doesn't. All right. Let me start again with that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out, and it is free to subscribe. Okay. All right. So, we have the rooster, very prominent right here in the middle, okay? And we know the rooster is, sounding the alarm. Although somebody said in the comments, was it in the comments or was it in an email? Now I'm trying to think. Maybe it was an email. I don't want to talk about it then. But they were talking about the rooster and its crowing or, cockadoodle doing. It is very much related with the divine calling out to you so that you may commune with it, and kind of a reminder, right? Every time you hear that rooster crow, you say a little prayer. And which I like that. I haven't ever heard that before. But I usually read this as it's a sign of power, leadership, but also kind of a wake-up call. Like, hey, let's get it together. Time to pay attention. So, let's see. What else do we have going on? We have a little bit of a hook there as well. I see a person kind of running. It looks like they're holding something. See actually another person running here, a person running right in here, and they're holding, let's see, let me get my stick, holding something here. We have another person running up here, and it looks like somebody running here too. So there seems to be a sense of hastening. But with the Four of Discs, I really feel like this must be kind of a real yearning to be home, get home, be home. I really get the sense of kind of like shuttering the windows, turning down the lights, getting into like a cozy, safe, protected, atmosphere, and really just kind of hunkering down for a while. And I don't think that it's necessarily that there's anything going on that is unsafe, or that you're feeling really any kind of, I don't know. I don't feel like a sense of paranoia, but just like a real sense of wanting to be in your sacred place, in a place that you can be away from the eyes of others, to not be witnessed, to kind of go into a space that is orderly in your own kind of your own idea of order, somewhere that is really kind of fortified. You've created your own universe I think of, when I think about this, really, kind of like when you're, like a teenager and you've been out all day in the world going to school, and it sucks, and and then you want to go home to that room that you've like meticulously decorated the walls and painted it the color you wanted, and you have all the little things that you love, and you get in there and it's like your own domain. It's just your own place. You're shut off from the outside world. You can just do and be, do the things you want to do and be yourself, and where you're kind of going through that place of metamorphosis and becoming the person that you envision as an adult, right? Which is basically just the same person. You just have more responsibilities, right? But yeah, there's a real draw, and this makes sense. Even in this card, in the Four of Discs, it's the interior of the home, right, with the hearth and kind of shuttering the windows. Even I didn't even notice that before, kind of closing off the windows. And in the Thoth deck, it looks like a fortress, right, with the moat around it, and the elements are all in balance. And yeah, you're in this place. You go and I think of it as going to recharge, right? A real deep charge too. A place where you restore order and balance, and you're away from the influence of outside forces, and you can really truly hear yourself. There's nobody, there's nothing, there's no influence. You are in your own your own temple, your own castle, whatever you'd like to call it. Now, I'm looking at this one where the person is pointing up, and I look up here and I see we have we have the pointing, and then we look up here. It looks like a peacock. Okay, so I look at this and I think we have this beautiful and divine bird, right? And this one looks to be roosting. It is not really kind of peacocking around, strutting stuff. So it is in a place of rest and repose there, and but it's still a most sacred and divine bird. And this is truly a symbol of, of great wisdom and beauty, and, just something that is awe-inspiring, right? And we have the eyes all over it. And that's where the wisdom really comes in, and the ability to see deeper and deeper and deeper. And but also, it kind of, all of that gets lost in the beauty. And it's a kind of a funny kind of stealth, right? Where you don't notice how intelligent, how seeing, how developed and talented, because the beauty is there, and you're kind of awestruck by that. Hello, TT comes to bless the reading, and I'm gonna hold her over here, cuddle up with this little girl. You want to say hello? I love you. Okay, so I do. I think that, you kind of, and I think this is probably true. We're talking about a Cancer. Beautiful being, beautiful person, very charming and intelligent, well-spoken, very captivating. But you can only deal with that outside persona for so long, the communication for so long, and you have to kind of, take yourself in and, get on your little roost, tuck your head in and take a little nap from the world. You can't always be on like that. And so, I feel like we have it's like a call to action, or inaction, really. A call to self-preservation, a call to go home, go rest. Do the thing that really feels pretty natural to you. And I know I talk about this in the Cancer readings a lot. You all are, I don't know if you're all introverts necessarily, but I do think that a lot of Cancers have such an intricate and vast interior world, just realms, like world creators, not just people who like to daydream, but people who are, can create universes and dwell in them. Right. I think of, I have to look it up. I imagine somebody like a Tolkien or like a Philip K. Dick or, many of the sci-fi writers, right? I imagine a lot of these people are probably Cancer, solar Cancers at least, maybe lunar. Yeah, definitely take your little break from all of that other stuff. And now I also see we have 2 camels, okay, and I see the sun, and I see the vast desert. Yes, there is a passage over this desert, this wilderness, and this is a place of rough contemplation. This can be a place that is quite difficult. This is where the initiate goes, right? This is where we think of, the idea of Jesus disappearing for all these years. Where did he go? He supposedly at some point went to the desert. And this is where the prophets go. This is where the saints go. This is where we go to get an education. If you've ever been in a desert, quite literally in a desert, it is a place that seems quite inhabitable. But when you are there and when you really invest yourself into staying alive, right? Into really communing with the landscape. There's something about it that just, it's another world. I mean, it really, truly, you feel like you're on another planet. Although, of course, it's part of our environments. But it is a spiritual place. I mean, there's no way around it. Now, with the camels, we know that they are self-reliant. They are able to hold the waters that they need for these long journeys. And so I think, these really are those emotional, spiritual, psychic resources, and you carry them with you. You are very developed in these sectors. And so, as you walk through the days and nights in this vast desert, I think that this is a chosen journey, and it's difficult. It can be very confronting at times. This is where we work out some of those, the blockages and like anything where you are, and this is true when you are traveling in these arid lands, you are close to death. We always are close to death, but it is very apparent in extreme climates. So there's no place for falsehoods. There's no place for illusion. Although we do have the mirage, right? But there's no place for an illusion with self, right? You are stripped down. When you go through the worst or hardest parts of your life, this is when you really see things for what they are. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Be careful now. You're going to scratch me all up, Missy. And so, I think that in some ways I feel like, and I think, I think this is true of anybody doing spiritual work, but I think that, from the Cancers that I have known in my life, which have been a few. I don't know every Cancer, so I can't speak for you all, but I will say that these are often magicians and occultists and practitioners and holy people and gurus and so on, creatives. that will willingly be very uncomfortable to learn lessons, are not afraid to go the difficult way, not afraid to do that shadow work, the night side work, to live on the borderlands, to really truly be far out there by themselves. And as I look at this, I think that this is a time when some real deep messaging will be coming through for you, and some deep insights, very deep insights. And so we also have the bird here, and that has so much to do with the messages coming through. I feel like there are, there's a wealth of imagery and impressions and sensations and spiritual downloads and so on coming through at this time. Okay, let's see. What do we have over here? All right, so we have kind of a shooting star. We have a person out here. And we have some more birds. Birds, always birds. Right up there we have the birds. Are you really just going to hang on the back of my chair, girl? Oh, T. She says it's time for bed, Mom. Okay, so the shooting star, right? Making your wishes. And yes, do make your wishes. Hopefully they will come true. I think that this, when you are in this place where the veil is so thin, I think that so also, the things that you want for, the things that you desire, the things that you wish to manifest are more true to your will than at any other time. It is not convoluted by frivolous stuff, things, impulses, and so on. And so, I do believe, and maybe this is superstitious of me, but I do believe that this is a time where those things are likely to come and really take hold. Because they're beloved. These are beloved blessings. Okay, now let's look at, we have the Happier Me affirmation cards, and we're going to just move our little baby there. I'm just going to go ahead and flip through and stop where it feels right. And it says, I embrace my unique individuality. Follow your heart, not for the expectation of others. Have the courage to ask yourself, who am I? And embrace it. Who am I and who am I? Who am I right now? And who am I right now? And who am I right now? And who am I right now? Embrace them all. Embrace them all. All right. Cancer, I love you. I love you. I love you. And thank you for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel so much. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And it is free to subscribe. If you would like to leave a comment, please do. I read them all. They mean so much to me. I truly adore each and every one of you. I hope you know that. And with that, I will say I love you. Please be safe through these days leading into the new year. Be festive, do your thing, but also take care of yourself and take care of those that are around you. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. So we'll talk in just a few days. Thank you, Cancer. I love you. I love you. I love you.